Today, we are going to be bringing you into some typical part of the diabetes of pancreas. We talked about the work and the effect of the pancreas, what it does and how it works, and the duties of the pancreas. And at the end of the day, what is responsible for the type 1 and type 2 and diabetes. So, we talked about the engine house of the stomach. We have like engine house of the stomach, which is this pancreas. Pancreas is in charge of the production of this insulin, and also of the digestive enzyme system. So these are the major work the pancreas does. So when you eat anything into your stomach, from your mouth to your stomach, at the end of the day, the signal of the carbohydrates, the sugar in this food, they will be converted into glucose. And when they are converted into glucose, into your blood cell, and it causes a signal to pancreas. Pancreas see, if these things are too high, it will cause a danger into a human body. There are so many defects that this thing can cause to your body. It can lead to death, it can lead to heart attack, it can lead to stroke, it can lead to so many dangerous things. It can damage one's brain as if blood is too high. Also, blood sugar is too high in the blood system. So now we are going to be explaining a little bit as a layman, for a layman to understand this pancreas you are talking of, this insulin, most especially we understand, and so many people talks about the insulin, but they don't talk about the engine house, the owner, the factory, which is the pancreas. So I'm trying to make you to understand, what and how the insulin comes about, and where is the house. And the insulin, just as I told you, it is a key that opens the door for the insulin to comes out to the bloodstream, or to the bloodstream, so that it can, supply into your cell normally the way it's supposed to be. So now I'm going to, look at, let you understand that the diabetes type 1, the immune system that travel around the belly and travel up to also inside this pancreas, identify this beta cell that produces insulin as a wrong cell, and attack it several times, and attack, he mistakenly identify it as a wrong cell, and at the end of the day kill this beta cell. And it probably must have not died completely, because it is the part of the cell. So, and it is not inside the pancreas. So when it kills it, it can no longer produce, or rather produce just a little that will not be enough for the body. So this factory called pancreas will still be producing and be supplying by himself, but at a point in time the commodity is too high for him to cover. It will not be able to cover the demand of the body, because that is not his major work, and then it will break down. And then you see the type 2 diabetes. And the type 2 diabetes is that the insulin is blocked, and also most in times when this immune travel, the cell that carry immune travel around also the system, and see this is beta cell that is producing this insulin in pancreas is not doing enough job, and at the end of the day they attack, and the immune attack, at the end of the day it become less, or rather block it completely, then it will no longer supply the insulin. We are going to also be telling you, and that is the reason why we said the type 2 diabetes can be cured if probably the major treatment is being carried out. So I'm going to also give you some info about this about the the pancreas. So now we said also the white blood cell, most especially T lymphocytes also are made and what trained in immune organs such as bone marrow, tympanus, and lymph nodes, and also slained. Also, these are some of these things that these things immune carries about. And is it due to an autoimmune mistake? It was a mistake from the autoimmune system. You know what is auto? It was a mistake from the autoimmune system. It says some of this immune cell, incorrectly identify the pancreas beta cell as what? As a dangerous cell. So, the identification of this immune auto mistakenly identify this beta cell that produces insulin. The body also needs the sugar, and it's saying that something is coming and reducing all the sugar. You say, no, this cell, it is not doing good at all, because the body needs this sugar. And that is why when you are studying, you have to study well. As a doctor, you have to study well so that you cannot treat your patient wrongly. And that is what happened here. This cell, this auto mistakenly identify the beta cell which do good to the body and regulate the blood sugar in the human system as a wrong cell, which is completely wrong, and totally destroy it as a dangerous cell. So, and as it travel through the bloodstream into what? The pancreas, they enter the pancreatic inside, the cluster of cell that contain the beta cell, and attack the beta cell, and attack it, just like some of Africa countries, some of Africa leaders are killing the dreams of the young leaders, the people who will be there tomorrow to carry on the future, because they don't want to leave this position for those people that are coming. So he kills it and mistakenly killed it and mistakenly identify it as a wrong cell, of which this leader, they refuses to understand that these are the generation that is coming to carry on the legacy of the nation, also to lead their children. They are they are fourth generations. So these are the mistakes this immune system does in the body system and destroy the beta cell. So then he attacked the immune system in the body and migrate into what? The pancreas. But they are not, it does not reside inside the pancreas. So what does it do? Look at this, for example, like a factory which is producing this insulin, and this factory have securities. What are the security? The security is this immune auto, and the immune auto mistakenly identify the workers of this factory that is working in insulin factory, which is the beta cell, as a wrong cell, and attacked it. At the end of the day, sack them away. But the factory is still existing, but is no longer producing insulin, because the workers to produce insulin, which as the beta cell, is no longer there. And at the end of the day, it kills it. And then the customers, the demand, will be saying, where is the insulin? We need the insulin. And the factory is still there, but it can no longer produce because it has no worker. That is the mistake identity that it does to the pancreas and beta cell. And this is the reason you see that the diabetic type 1 does no longer have cure, but can only be managed. For the diabetes type 1, the pancreas is still there to supply this digestive enzyme, a cell, to digest all the food that they are eating. But to control the blood sugar, it is no longer there. For the type 2, it is still there, producing little or more, or rather it has been blocked, and major treatment if it's taken, and this can what be handled, and that is type 2 diabetes. So when they mistakenly identify these people, this worker, as a wrong worker, and at the end of the day, they are what? Being sacked and destroyed. Then we also look at the main also look at this pancreas and this insulin. So now, because we are still talking about sometimes the belly fat, the body fat, how is it come about? How do you have this high blood sugar in your blood system? So then we talked about the low blood glucose. The low blood glucose simply means the low blood sugar, but we are going there. That is not the topic of today. Now go to the other side. You see in the screen, in the bloodstream, and it is just few in this low blood glucose. It is few glucose that is inside the cell, but in the high glucose, in the high blood glucose, you will see there are many cells traveling into the blood stream. Then you come there to pancreas, and pancreas is the one that is recognizing all these signs, all these people that is coming to work in the factory. So you cannot work in the factory without entering the factory, and they will come into this factory, and pancreas will say, no, this one is too high, I have to reduce it. This one is too low, I have to reduce it. Like a good cook, you know. You understand what I'm saying? So the glucagon released by what? By the pancreas, that is of the left hand side, and the insulin released what? By the pancreas. All of them is still the pancreas one. And then you come down to the liver, release the glucose into the bloodstream from the liver. Sometimes when the one when the one in the body, in the bloodstream has been exhausted, then the body cell absorb the glucose from what? From the blood. So these are the few ways I can explain these things to you, and at the end of the day you will see that all these functions of the high blood sugar, the low blood sugar, and is being controlled by the house which is called the engine house, which is called pancreas. And another engine house for food is your belly, your stomach, which we have also let you know that the excess blood sugar which is being converted into fat, they only stay in your belly, and that is why most of the times you become having this belly fat. And as you see here in this last part, that the liver release the glucose into the bloodstream, and that is why when you have a big stomach, it is likely said, and it is said, that you have a bigger liver, and a bigger liver does not do well to your system at all. So in order to avoid this, you have to look at your intake. What am I taking? What am I eating? Is this so full of sugar? Sugar is good to the body, but in another video we'll be explaining how this sugar, how you should take this sugar, the intake of the sugar from the normal food process and all, or fruit or whatever, how you should take it so that these one that are not doing damage to your body. And at the end of the day, we'll also let you know on how one can handle the type 2 diabetes, so that you cannot it can be cured. And so many people are asking on the comment section, and they ask, is the sugar really bad completely to the body? I will tell you here, no, but excess of it is too much. And so many people ask, should I forfeit my food, my African food, and the delicious food which I'll be eating, and the sweet drinks which I'll be drinking, because of this sickness that is type 2 diabetes? No, you must not just fulfill it completely, that you not eat it, but the quantity which you take it determines a lot. And after taking it, what do you do by then? Are you just sitting and waiting to allow the blood sugar to overflow your system, or you take a walk, or you do a little exercise? How do you handle it? It's what matters. So guys, I will be seeing you on my next video. Please like and share, subscribe to all our video, and you'll be good to go. Whenever we bring you this good news, how you can manage your health tips. You know, we are here for your health tips, how you can manage it and live a better life and live a healthy life till God say, come, I have opened the window, come in. But now it has not opened it, it is closed. You have to handle it. You are in charge. You are the driver of your life. Drive it well. We will help you on how you should drive your car well, so that at the end of the day you arrive at a promised land. So please subscribe, as I earlier said, and follow us in all our channel and see all our video. For now, I will leave you and say bye bye, also tschüss.